If you watch this video until the end, you will definitely pass your theory test on the first attempt. This is the latest official DVSA-style questions video out there. Today, we will go through 100 essential mock test questions, with the last 5 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So, stick around until the end. Now, let's get started. Question 1. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. End of restricted parking area. Even though you've left the restricted area, make sure that you park where you won't endanger other road users or cause an obstruction. Question 2. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Route for trams. Take extra care when you encounter trams. Look out for road markings and signs that alert you to them. Modern trams are very quiet and you may not hear them approaching. Question 3. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. T-junction. This type of sign warns you of hazards ahead. Make sure you look at each sign and road marking that you pass, so that you don't miss any vital instructions or information. This sign shows there's a T-junction with priority over vehicles from the right. Question 4. What does this road marking mean? Answer is D. You're approaching a hazard. A single broken line along the center of the road, with long markings and short gaps, is a hazard warning line. Don't cross it unless you can see that the road is clear well ahead. Question 5. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. Right-hand lane closed ahead. You should change lanes as directed by the sign. Here, the right-hand lane is closed, but the left-hand and center lanes are available. Merging in turn is recommended when it's safe and traffic is going slowly, for example, at roadworks or a road traffic incident. When vehicles are traveling at speed, this isn't advisable and you should move into the appropriate lane in good time. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 6. When should tire pressures be checked? Answer is A. When tires are cold. Check the tire pressures when the tires are cold. This will give you a more accurate reading. The heat generated on a long journey will raise the pressure inside the tire. Question 7. You need to top up your battery with distilled water. What level should you fill it to? Answer is C. Just above the cell plates. Top up the battery with distilled water and make sure each cell plate is covered. Question 8. What makes your tires illegal? Answer is D. If they have any large, deep cuts in the sidewall. Your tires may be of different treads and makes. They can even be second-hand, as long as they're in good condition. They must, however, be intact, without cuts or tears. When checking the sidewalls for cuts and bulges, don't forget to check the side of the tire that's hidden from view, under the car. Question 9. What's most likely to waste fuel? Answer is A. Underinflated tires. Wasting fuel costs you money and also causes unnecessary pollution. Ensuring your tires are correctly inflated, avoiding carrying unnecessary weight, and removing a roof rack that's not in use will all help to reduce your fuel consumption. Question 10. What will reduce fuel consumption? Answer is D. Driving more slowly. Harsh braking, frequent gear changes, and harsh acceleration increase fuel consumption. A car uses less fuel when traveling at a constant low speed in an appropriate high gear. You need to look well ahead so you're able to anticipate hazards early. Easing off the accelerator and timing your approach at junctions, for example, can reduce the fuel consumption of your vehicle. Question 11. You're driving behind a heavy goods vehicle. What should you do if it signals left but steers to the right? Answer is D. Slow down and let the vehicle turn. Large, long vehicles need extra room when making turns at junctions. They may move out to the right in order to make a left turn. Keep well back and don't attempt to pass them on their left. Question 12. How will your journey be affected by traveling outside the busy times of day? Answer is A. Your journey will have fewer delays. If possible, avoid the early morning, late afternoon, and early evening rush hour. Doing this should allow you to have a better journey, with fewer delays. This should help you to arrive at your destination feeling less stressed. Question 13. Why is it important to wear suitable shoes when you're driving? Answer is A. To maintain control of the pedals. When you're going to drive, make sure that you're wearing suitable clothing. Comfortable shoes will ensure that you have proper control of the foot pedals. Question 14. How can you reduce the damage your vehicle causes to the environment? Answer is D. Anticipate well ahead. By looking well ahead and recognizing hazards in good time, you can avoid late and heavy braking. Watch the traffic flow and look well ahead for potential hazards so you can control your speed in good time. Avoid over-revving the engine and accelerating harshly, as this increases wear to the engine and uses more fuel. Question 15. What does fuel-efficient driving achieve? Answer is C. Improved road safety. The emphasis is on hazard awareness and planning ahead. By looking well ahead, you'll have plenty of time to deal with hazards safely and won't need to brake sharply. This will also reduce damage to the environment. Question 16. What's likely to happen if you put too much oil in your engine? Answer is D. The oil seals will leak. Too much oil will lead to increased pressure in the engine. This could damage oil seals and lead to oil leaks. Any excess oil should be drained off. Question 17. What will be affected if the road surface becomes soft in very hot weather? Answer is A. The tire grip. If the road surface becomes very hot, it can soften. Tires are unable to grip a soft surface as well as they can a firm dry one. Take care when cornering and braking. Question 18. Where is your vehicle most likely to be affected by side winds? Answer is C. On an open stretch of road. In windy conditions, care must be taken on exposed roads. A strong gust of wind can blow you off course. Watch out for other road users who are particularly likely to be affected, such as cyclists, motorcyclists, high-sided lorries, and vehicles towing trailers. Question 19. You're driving a vehicle that has anti-lock brakes. How should you apply the foot brake when you need to stop in an emergency? Answer is C. Rapidly and firmly. You may have to stop in an emergency due to a misjudgment by another driver or a hazard arising suddenly, such as a child running out into the road. If your vehicle has anti-lock brakes, you should apply the brakes immediately and keep them firmly applied until you stop. Question 20. What should you do when you're overtaking a motorcyclist on a windy day? Answer is D. Pass widely. In strong winds, riders of two-wheeled vehicles are particularly vulnerable. When you overtake them, allow plenty of room. Check to the left as you pass to make sure they're safe. Question 21. You're waiting to come out of a side road. Why should you look carefully for motorcycles? Answer is D. Motorcycles can easily be hidden behind obstructions. If you're waiting to emerge from a side road, look carefully for motorcycles. They can be difficult to see. Be especially careful if there are parked vehicles or other obstructions restricting your view. Question 22. You want to turn right from a main road into a side road. What should you do just before turning? Answer is A. Check for traffic overtaking on your right. In some circumstances, your indicators may be difficult to see and another road user may not realize you're about to turn. A final check in your mirror and blind spot can help you to see an overtaking vehicle so that you can avoid turning across their path. Question 23. Why should you test your brakes after this hazard? Answer is D. Your brakes will be wet. A ford is a crossing over a stream that's shallow enough to drive or ride through. After you've gone through a ford or deep puddle, your brakes will be wet and they won't work as well as usual. To dry them out, apply a light brake pressure while moving slowly. Don't travel at normal speeds until you're sure your brakes are working properly again. Question 24. You're driving with your front fog lights switched on. What should you do if the fog has cleared? Answer is C. Switch them off as long as visibility remains good. Switch off your fog lights if the weather improves, but be prepared to use them again if visibility reduces to less than 100 meters, 328 feet. Question 25. What will affect your vehicle's stopping distance? Answer is B. The condition of the tires. Having tires correctly inflated and in good condition will ensure they have maximum grip on the road. How well your tires grip the road has a significant effect on your car's stopping distance. Question 26. You're joining a motorway from a slip road. How should you deal with traffic already on the motorway? Answer is C. Match your speed to traffic in the left-hand lane and filter into a safe gap. You should give way to traffic already on the motorway. Where possible, traffic may move over to let you in, but don't force your way into the traffic stream. Traffic could be traveling at high speed, so try to match your speed to filter in without affecting the traffic flow. Question 27. Where are amber reflective studs found on a motorway? Answer is C. Between the central reservation and the carriageway. On motorways, reflective studs of various colors are fixed in the road between the lanes. These help you to identify which lane you're in when it's dark or in poor visibility. Amber-colored studs are found on the right-hand edge of the main carriageway, next to the central reservation. Question 28. How should you use the lanes on a motorway? Answer is B. Keep to the left hand unless you're overtaking. You should normally travel in the left-hand lane unless you're overtaking a slower moving vehicle. When you've finished overtaking, move back into the left-hand lane, but don't cut across in front of the vehicle that you've overtaken. Question 29. What restrictions apply to people who have a provisional driving license? Answer is C. They can't drive unaccompanied. You won't be able to drive unaccompanied until you've passed your practical driving test. If you haven't driven on the motorway while you were learning, ask your instructor to take you for a lesson on the motorway when you've passed your test. Alternatively, you could take part in the Pass Plus scheme. This has been created for new drivers and includes motorway driving. Ask your instructor for details. Question 30. Which vehicle is most likely to take an unusual course at a roundabout? Answer is D. Long vehicle. Long vehicles might have to take a slightly different position when approaching the roundabout or going around it. This is to stop the rear of the vehicle cutting in and mounting the curb. Question 31. You're driving in fog. Why should you keep well back from the vehicle in front? Answer is A. In case it stops suddenly. If you're following another road user in fog, stay well back. The driver in front won't be able to see hazards until they're close and might need to brake suddenly. Also, the road surface is likely to be wet and could be slippery. Question 32. What should you do when you're approaching roadworks on a motorway? Answer is C. Obey the speed limit. Be aware of reduced speed limits at roadworks. Speed limits shown inside a red circle are mandatory, and cameras are often used to enforce the reduced limit. Slow down in good time and keep your distance from the vehicle in front. Question 33. You're traveling in the left-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway. How should you react to traffic joining from a slip road? Answer is A. Adjust your speed or change lane if you can do so safely. Plan well ahead when approaching a slip road. If you see traffic joining the motorway, be prepared to adjust your speed or move to another lane if it's safe to do so. This can help the flow of traffic joining the motorway, especially at peak times. Question 34. How do motorways reduce traffic bunching? Answer is A. By using variable speed limits. You must follow the mandatory signs on the gantries above motorway lanes, including the hard shoulder. Variable speed limits help keep the traffic moving and also help to prevent bunching. Question 35. What does this motorway sign mean? Answer is A. Use all the lanes, including the hard shoulder. You must obey mandatory speed limit signs above motorway lanes, including the hard shoulder. In this case, you can use the hard shoulder as a running lane, but you should look for any vehicles that may have broken down and may be blocking the hard shoulder. Question 36. What's the meaning of this sign? Answer is C. National speed limit applies. This sign doesn't tell you the speed limit in figures. You should know the speed limit for the type of road that you're on and the type of vehicle that you're driving or riding. Study your copy of the highway code. Question 37. When should you use the right-hand lane of a 3-lane dual carriageway? Answer is C. When you're overtaking or turning right. You should normally use the left-hand lane on any dual carriageway unless you're overtaking or turning right. When overtaking on a dual carriageway, look for vehicles ahead that are turning right. They may be slowing or stopped. You need to see them in good time so that you can take appropriate action. Question 38. What signal should you give when you're going straight ahead at a roundabout? Answer is A. Signal left before leaving the roundabout. When going straight ahead at a roundabout, don't signal as you approach it. Signal left just after passing the exit before the one you wish to take. Question 39. What must you do if you come across roadworks that have a temporary speed limit displayed? Answer is A. Obey the speed limit. Where there are extra hazards, such as at roadworks, it's often necessary to slow traffic by imposing a lower speed limit. These speed limits aren't advisory, they must be obeyed. Question 40. How far are you allowed to reverse? Answer is A. No further than is necessary. You mustn't reverse further than is necessary. You may decide to turn your vehicle around by reversing into an opening or side road. When you reverse, Always look all around you and watch for pedestrians. Don't reverse from a side road into a main road. Question 41. What does this road marking mean? Answer is D. You're approaching a hazard. A single broken line along the center of the road, with long markings and short gaps, is a hazard warning line. Don't cross it unless you can see that the road is clear well ahead. Question 42. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. Right-hand lane closed ahead. You should change lanes as directed by the sign. Here, the right-hand lane is closed, but the left-hand and center lanes are available. Merging in turn is recommended when it's safe and traffic is going slowly. For example, at roadworks or a road traffic incident. When vehicles are traveling at speed, this isn't advisable and you should move into the appropriate lane in good time. Question 43. What does 25 foot mean on this motorway sign? Answer is D. The number of the next junction. Before you set out on your journey, use a road map to plan your route. When you see an advance warning of your junction, make sure you get into the correct lane in plenty of time. Last-minute harsh braking and cutting across lanes at speed is extremely hazardous. Question 44. Which signal tells you that the car you're following is going to pull up? Answer is C. There may be occasions when drivers need to give an arm signal to confirm their intentions. This could include in bright sunshine, at a complex road layout, when stopping at a pedestrian crossing, or when turning right just after passing a parked vehicle. You should understand what each arm signal means. If you give arm signals, make them clear, correct, and decisive. Question 45. How should you give an arm signal to turn left? Answer is C. There may be occasions when other road users are unable to see your indicator, such as in bright sunlight or at a busy, complicated junction. In these cases, an arm signal will help others to understand your intentions. Question 46. For how long is an MOT certificate normally valid? Answer is B. 1 year after the date it was issued. Some garages will remind you that your vehicle is due for its annual MOT test, but not all do. To ensure continuous cover, you may take your vehicle for its MOT up to 1 month before its existing MOT certificate expires. The expiry date on the new certificate will be 12 months after the expiry date on the old certificate. Question 47. What does it mean if your insurance policy has an excess of £500? Answer is D. You'll have to pay the first £500 of the cost of any claim. Having an excess on your policy will help to keep the premium down. However, if you make a claim, you'll have to pay the excess yourself, in this case, £500. Question 48. At an incident, it's important to look after any casualties. What should you do with them when the area is safe? Answer is C. Keep them where they are. When the area is safe and there's no danger from other traffic or fire, it's better not to move casualties. Moving them may cause further injury. Question 49. You're at the scene of an incident. How could you help someone who's suffering from shock? Answer is B. Reassure them confidently. If someone is suffering from shock, try to keep them warm and as comfortable as you can. Don't give them anything to eat or drink, but reassure them confidently and try not to leave them alone. Question 50. How will a heavy load on your roof rack affect your vehicle's handling? Answer is A. It will reduce stability. A heavy load on your roof rack will reduce the stability of the vehicle because it moves the center of gravity away from that designed by the manufacturer. Be aware of this when you drive round bends and corners. If you change direction at speed, your vehicle and/or load could become unstable and you could lose control. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 1. Whilst you are driving, you spot this sign. What does it tell you? Answer is C. An upcoming bridge. This triangular sign warns you about an upcoming hump bridge. Question 2. What does this sign tell you? Answer is B. No vehicles over the height shown may pass the sign. No vehicles over the height shown may pass the sign, height shown in metric and imperial units. Question 3. When do windscreen pillars cause a serious obstruction to your view? Answer is C. When you're approaching bends and junctions. Windscreen pillars can obstruct your view, particularly at bends and junctions. Look out for other road users, especially cyclists, motorcyclists, and pedestrians who can easily be overlooked. Question 4. What must you do when the amber light is flashing at a pelican crossing? Answer is C. Give way to pedestrians already on the crossing. Pelican crossings are signal-controlled crossings operated by pedestrians. Push-button controls change the signals. Pelican crossings have no red and amber stage before green. Instead, they have a flashing amber light. This means you must give way to pedestrians who are on the crossing, but if the crossing is clear, you can continue. Question 5. When are you not allowed to sound your vehicle's horn? Answer is C. Between 11:30 p.m. and 7 o'clock a.m. in a built-up area. Every effort must be made to prevent excessive noise, especially in built-up areas at night. Don't rev your engine or sound the horn unnecessarily. It's illegal to sound your horn in a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7 o'clock a.m., except when another road user poses a danger. Question 6. Which vehicle will use a blue flashing beacon? Answer is C. Bomb disposal. Emergency vehicles use blue flashing lights. If you see or hear one, move out of its way as soon as it's safe and legal to do so. Question 7. What style of driving causes increased risk to everyone? Answer is C. Competitive. Competitive driving increases the risks to everyone and is the opposite of responsible, considerate, and defensive driving. Defensive driving is about questioning the actions of other road users and being prepared for the unexpected. Don't be taken by surprise. Question 8. Why is it a good idea to plan your journey to avoid busy times? Answer is D. You'll have an easier journey. No one likes to spend time in traffic queues. Try to avoid busy times related to school or work travel. Question 9. What can be damaged if you turn the steering wheel when the car isn't moving? Answer is B. The tires. Turning the steering wheel when the car isn't moving is known as dry steering. It can cause unnecessary wear to the tires and steering mechanism. Question 10. What may help to deter a thief from stealing your car? Answer is D. Etching the registration number on the windows. Having your car registration number etched on all your windows is a cheap and effective way to deter professional car thieves. Question 11. How will you benefit from following the manufacturer's service schedule for your vehicle? Answer is B. Your vehicle will remain reliable. All vehicles need to be serviced to keep working efficiently. An efficient engine uses less fuel and produces fewer harmful emissions than an engine that's running inefficiently. Keeping the vehicle serviced to the manufacturer's schedule should also keep it reliable and reduce the chance of it breaking down. Question 12. How can you help to prevent your car radio being stolen? Answer is D. Install a security-coded radio. A security-coded radio can deter thieves, as it's likely to be of little use when removed from the vehicle. Question 13. You're driving in freezing conditions. What should you do as you approach a sharp bend? Answer is D. Slow down gently. Harsh use of the accelerator, brakes, or steering is likely to lead to skidding, especially on slippery surfaces. Avoid steering and braking at the same time. In icy conditions, it's very important that you constantly assess what's ahead so that you can take appropriate action in plenty of time. Question 14. What type of vehicle could you expect to meet in the middle of the road? Answer is A. Lorry. The highest point of the bridge is in the center, so a large vehicle might have to move to the center of the road to have enough room to pass safely under the bridge. Question 15. What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? Answer is C. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Oncoming large vehicles may need to move to the middle of the road to pass safely under the bridge. There won't be enough room for you to continue, so you should be ready to stop and wait. Question 16. You're driving a car fitted with automatic transmission. When would you use kickdown? Answer is B. To accelerate quickly. Kickdown selects a lower gear, enabling the vehicle to accelerate faster. Question 17. Why do motorcyclists use dipped headlights in daylight? Answer is A. So that the rider can be seen more easily. A motorcycle can be lost from sight behind another vehicle. The use of headlights helps to make it more conspicuous and therefore more easily seen. Question 18. You've just passed your driving test. How can you reduce your risk of being involved in a collision? Answer is B. By taking further training. New drivers and riders are often involved in a collision or incident early in their driving career. Due to a lack of experience, they may not react to hazards appropriately. Approved training courses are offered by driver and rider training schools for people who have passed their test but want extra training. Question 19. You're traveling on a narrow section of road. What should you do if a horse rider ahead is riding in the center of the lane? Answer is C. Stay behind and allow them to ride in this position. On narrow sections of road, horse riders may ride in the center of the lane. This is for their own safety as it makes them more visible. You should be patient and only pass when it's safe to do so. Question 20. You're about to reverse into a side road. What should you do if a pedestrian is waiting to cross behind your car? Answer is B. Give way to the pedestrian. If you need to reverse into a side road, try to find a place that's free from traffic and pedestrians. Look all around before and during the maneuver. Stop and give way to any pedestrians who want to cross behind you. Avoid waving them across, sounding the horn, flashing your lights, or giving any signals that could mislead them and create a dangerous situation. Question 21. Which road users are most difficult to see when you're reversing your car? Answer is C. Children. It may not be possible to see a small child through the rear windscreen of your vehicle. Be aware of this before you reverse. If there are children about, get out and check that it's clear before reversing. Question 22. You're following a long vehicle approaching a crossroads. What should you do if the driver signals right but moves close to the left-hand curb? Answer is D. Wait behind the long vehicle. When a long vehicle is going to turn right, it may need to keep close to the left-hand curb. This is to prevent the rear end of the trailer cutting the corner. You need to be aware of how long vehicles behave in such situations. Don't overtake the lorry, because it could turn as you're alongside. Stay behind and wait for it to turn. Question 23. Why should drivers be more careful on roads where trams also operate? Answer is C, because trams can't steer to avoid obstructions. You should take extra care when you first encounter trams. You'll have to get used to dealing with a different traffic system. Be aware that trams can accelerate and travel very quickly, and they can't change direction to avoid obstructions. Question 24. What should you do while you're driving or riding along a motorway? Answer is B. Look much further ahead than you would on other roads. Traffic on motorways usually travels faster than on other roads. You need to be looking further ahead to give yourself more time to react to any hazard that may develop. Question 25. What's the national speed limit for a car or motorcycle on a motorway? Answer is C. 70 miles per hour. The national speed limit for a car or motorcycle on a motorway is 70 miles per hour. Lower speed limits may be in force, for example, at roadworks. Variable speed limits also operate in some areas when the motorway is very busy. Cars or motorcycles towing trailers are subject to a lower speed limit. Question 26. You're driving on a motorway at night. Which lights should you have on if there are other vehicles just ahead of you? Answer is A. Dipped headlights. If you're driving behind other traffic on the motorway at night, use dipped headlights. Main beam headlights will dazzle the other drivers. Your headlight's dipped beam should fall short of the vehicle in front. Question 27. Why are vehicles fitted with rear fog lights? Answer is D. To make them more visible in thick fog. Rear fog lights make it easier to spot a vehicle ahead in foggy conditions. Avoid the temptation to use other vehicles' lights as a guide, as they may give you a false sense of security. Question 28. Your vehicle breaks down on a motorway and you need to call for help. Why might it be better to use an emergency roadside telephone rather than a mobile phone? Answer is D. It allows easy location by the emergency services. On a motorway, it's best to use a roadside emergency telephone so that the emergency services are able to find you easily. The location of the nearest telephone is shown by an arrow on marker posts at the edge of the hard shoulder. If you use a mobile, find out the number on the nearest marker post before you call. This number will let the operator know where you are and in which direction you're traveling. Question 29. You're towing a trailer along a 3-lane motorway. When may you use the right-hand lane? Answer is B. When there are lane closures. If you're towing a caravan or trailer, you mustn't use the right-hand lane of a motorway with 3 or more lanes except in certain specified circumstances, such as when lanes are closed. Question 30. When may you stop on a clearway? Answer is A. Never. Clearways are in place so that traffic can flow without the obstruction of parked vehicles. Just one parked vehicle can cause an obstruction for all other traffic. You mustn't stop where a clearway is in force, not even to pick up or set down passengers. Question 31. You're in a built-up area at night and the road is well lit. Why should you use dipped headlights? Answer is A. So that you can be easily seen by others. You may be difficult to see when you're traveling at night, even on a well-lit road. If you use dipped headlights rather than side lights, other road users should be able to see you more easily. Question 32. When must you stop your vehicle? Answer is D. If you're involved in an incident that causes damage or injury. You must stop your vehicle when signaled to do so by a police, DVSA, or traffic officer, a traffic warden, a school crossing patrol, a red traffic light. You must also stop if you're involved in an incident that causes damage or injury to any other person, vehicle, animal, or property. Question 33. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. No entry. No entry signs are used in places such as one-way streets to prevent vehicles driving against the traffic. To ignore one would be dangerous, both for yourself and for other road users, as well as being against the law. Question 34. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. Route for trams only. Avoid blocking tram routes. Trams are fixed on their route and can't maneuver around other vehicles or pedestrians. Modern trams travel quickly and are quiet, so you might not hear them approaching. Question 35. What's the purpose of triangular-shaped signs? Answer is A. To give warnings. Triangular signs warn you of hazards ahead. Make sure you look at each sign that you pass on the road, so that you don't miss any vital instructions or information. Question 36. Which of these signs warns you of a zebra crossing? Answer is A. Look well ahead and check the pavements and surrounding areas for pedestrians. Look for anyone walking towards the crossing. Check your mirrors for traffic behind, in case you have to slow down or stop. Question 37. What should you be aware of if you've just passed this sign? Answer is D. All traffic is going one way. In a one-way system, traffic may pass you on either side. Always be aware of all traffic signs and understand their meaning. Look well ahead and react to them in good time. Question 38. You're waiting at a T-junction. What should you do if a vehicle is coming from the right, with its left indicator flashing? Answer is C. Wait until the vehicle starts to turn in. Other road users may give misleading signals. When you're waiting at a junction, don't emerge until you're sure of their intentions. Question 39. What information is found on a vehicle registration document? Answer is D. The registered keeper. Every vehicle used on the road has a registration document. This shows the vehicle's details, including date of first registration, registration number, registered keeper, previous keeper, make of vehicle, engine size, chassis number, year of manufacture and color. Question 40. You're going through a long tunnel. What will warn you of congestion or an incident ahead? Answer is C. Variable message signs. Follow the instructions given by the signs or by tunnel officials. In congested tunnels, a minor incident can soon turn into a major one, with serious or even fatal results. Question 41. What restrictions apply if you're towing a trailer on a 3-lane motorway? Answer is D. You must not use the right-hand lane. The motorway regulations for towing a trailer state that you must not use the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway unless directed to do so, for example, at roadworks or due to a lane closure, and you must not exceed 60 miles per hour. Question 42. You're carrying a child under 3 years old in your car. Which restraint is suitable for a child of this age? Answer is B. A child seat. It's your responsibility to ensure that all children in your car are secure. Suitable restraints include a child seat, baby seat, booster seat, or booster cushion. It's essential that any restraint used is suitable for the child's size and weight, and fitted according to the manufacturer's instructions. Question 43. You're going to tow a trailer that's wider than your car. What must you fit to your car before you start towing it? Answer is B. Exterior towing mirrors. You must fit exterior towing mirrors to your vehicle if your vehicle is narrower than your trailer or your trailer or load obstructs the view behind you. Question 44. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. Shared route for pedal cycles and pedestrians only. This sign shows that this is a shared route for pedal cycles and pedestrians only. Question 45. What does the following sign mean? Answer is D. Give way to oncoming vehicles. Where a road or bridge is very narrow, priority must be given to traffic from the other direction. There will usually be a give way line indicating where to wait. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 46. You are driving along a road and see this sign. What does it mean? Answer is B. Speed camera nearby on a road with a 30 miles per hour speed limit. This sign means that there is a speed camera nearby on a lit road with a 30 miles per hour speed limit, i.e. where there are no speed limit repeater signs. Question 47. What does it mean if you see this signal on the motorway? Answer is B. Leave the motorway at the next exit. You'll see this sign if there has been an incident ahead and the motorway is closed. You must obey the sign. Make sure that you prepare to leave in good time. Don't cause drivers to take avoiding action by cutting in at the last moment. Question 48. An adult casualty isn't breathing. To maintain circulation, CPR should be given. What's the correct depth to press down on their chest? Answer is C. 5 to 6 centimeters. An adult casualty isn't breathing normally. To maintain circulation, place 2 hands on the center of the chest. Then press down hard and fast, around 5 to 6 centimeters and about twice a second. Question 49. What could you do to help injured people at an incident? Answer is A. Keep them warm and comfortable. There are a number of things you can do to help, even without expert training. Be aware of further danger from other traffic and fire. Make sure the area is safe. People may be in shock. Don't give them anything to eat or drink. Keep them warm and comfortable and reassure them. Don't move injured people unless there's a risk of further danger. Question 50. What should you do if your trailer starts to swerve or snake? Answer is A. Reduce speed gently. If your trailer starts to swerve or snake, reduce speed gently to regain control. Do not accelerate or brake harshly. For more practice and updates, click on the video you're watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your theory test. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.